So the beautiful thing about being, and once you recognize your true nature to be this place of being, this quiet, silent awareness that is here and now and ever present, then you start recognizing that as well in some of the ancient texts, or you might run into all kinds of weird places. But it's been spoken about throughout time, throughout history, about all kinds by all kinds of people. And one of them that I found the other day was in the first book from Jordan Peterson, Maps of Meaning. And I have a piece here. I'm going to go and share that, and it clearly shows that the one who was writing this about this knew what wisdom is, and wisdom is to be in this place of awareness and the fruits that that bears to remain in that state of being, and how good that place is, that placeless place of being. And so I'm going to share that now. I'm going to go through it for a little bit. Basically, it's from on page 165 from Maps of Meaning, and it says, it's from the Wisdom of Solomon, apparently, and it says, "Wisdom is radiant and unfading, and she is easily discerned by those who love her, and is found by those who seek her. She hastens to make herself known to those who desire her. He who rises early to seek her will have no difficulty, for he will find her sitting at his gates. To fix one's thought on her is perfect understanding, and he who is vigilant on her account will soon be free from care. Because she goes about seeking those worthy of her, and she graciously appears to them in their paths, and meets them in every thought. The beginning of wisdom is the most sincere desire for instruction, and concern for instruction is love of her, and love of her is the keeping of her laws, and giving heed to her laws is assurance of immortality, and immortality brings one near to God. To the desire for wisdom leads to a kingdom. So the desire of wisdom leads to a kingdom." So I'm going to go through it a little bit step by step, but wisdom is radiant and unfading. Now this is the beauty about being. Being here now, in the quiet, silent place of presence, it is immediately known, the fragrance of it is immediately known as radiant and unfading. It's literally a state of being that does not come or go, unfading, and it's radiant because it's emanating, it's vibrating, it's scintillating, it's like an effervescence, whatever you call it. It's this just radiant of well-being, this joy, this all is well. And she's easily discerned by those who love her, because once you love this state of being, its wisdom is easily discerned, because it's immediately you're brought to this place of quiet silence where all is well. And found by those who seek her, because those who really look for that which is true, that place of being which is stable and good, it is easily found. Because she hastens to make herself known to those who desire her. It's it's true. It's like you can immediately, by just being still, boom, just drop the thoughts, drop the future, drop the person, drop all that is not here, and just boom. She hastens to make herself known to those who desire her. Because he who rises early to seek her will have no difficulty. Especially, by the way, if I don't know whether that was meant this way, but he who rises early could be, you could say early in the morning, but you could say also early in life, or early before any other things that might draw one out. So prior, that the intention is early to seek her. So once you decide that you have preference to know the truth and be the truth, then there's he who rises early, boom, you're there. But also in the morning, it's very easy when you wake up in the morning and your attention hasn't gone out towards the world yet, the physical dual world, the construct of this physicality, which they call physicality, the material world, so as to speak, which is just holographic anyway. When you rise early, you immediately will have no difficulty. For he will find her sitting at his gates. A beautiful way of saying it's right there at his gates, which is the gate of what? Well, first of all, this is a gate. When I open my eyes, boom, that would be gates, right? The gates open, the eyelids open, those were gates. But if I keep my eyes closed, it's even easier, because she's sitting, her sitting right there at the gates, like presence, well-being. It's right here. I don't even have to open the gates because she's already here. And to fix one's thought, now I don't like the word thought necessarily, but back in the day, the one who wrote this used the word thought because I think in many ways attention would be equated with thought. And I would now say thought is more of the mind, so I wouldn't use the word thought, but I would say to fix one's attention on her is perfect understanding. And he who is vigilant on her account will soon be free from care. I mean, beautiful explanation of when you fix your attention on this perfect understanding of being, and you're vigilant that way, then soon, if you remain in that state of being, presence, you'll be free from care, because it just obliterates all the unnecessary thoughts and worries, because once you're in this state of well-being, this state of being, the state of presence, and you're firmly grounded in the I am that I am, here I am. The well-being pervades and all is well. Because she goes about seeking those worthy of her, and she graciously appears to them in their paths. Another beautiful, beautiful statement here. Like, you know, she goes about seeking those worthy of her. It's like, it's she doesn't even do that because it doesn't even take seeking, but it's a beautiful way of saying wisdom, truth is always here. Presence is always here for those who are looking for her, and she will graciously appear to them in their paths and meets them in every thought. Again, I would say at every point of their attention. It's here. Presence is here. There's no effort needed for it. She meets them graciously in that way. The beginning of wisdom is the most sincere desire for instruction. And of course, this is the point in which most people on the planet have not reached. But this is a point for those who have reached the point where they're saying, I want to know who I am. I want to know the truth. I really need to know what life is about, what the universe is about, why I am here, what's the purpose. And that's kind of this. The beginning of wisdom is the most sincere desire for instruction. Because those who are ready, that want to know, I want to know what is it all about, what I am about, what is life about, what's my purpose, what's the purpose of the universe. Those who want that kind of instruction is the beginning of wisdom, and she will then appear. Because once you're interested like that, she will appear. That's the beauty of the presence, which is always here. It's not even appearing because it's already here. And concern for instruction is love of her. You know, when you're concerned for that instruction, of course, that's the love for wisdom. And love of her is the keeping of her laws. This is a beautiful one, right? Love of her, true love of the wisdom of the I am, the truth, the eternal being that I am, is this keeping of her laws. Because the law is that I am that I am, and I know that I am, and when I remain as I am, in this presence of being in the moment here and now, I am eternal, and I know myself to be immortal and eternal, and all is well, and the fragrances that come off is well-being, it's joy, bliss, presence, just peace. And for that, you have to keep the law, which is not to engage with other things of the mind about the past and the future and the person and what I like and I dislike, because those are found in the mind. Those are not found in her laws. Her law is to stay as you are now in the present. And giving heed to her laws is assurance of immortality, exactly. Because when you give heed to her laws, which is the law of being now, present here, then it's an assurance of immortality, because this state of being is known, especially the longer you rest and investigate and inquire into the nature of being, the nature of wisdom, the nature of presence, by remaining in the I am that I am now, and investigating from the I am with the I am, right? Investigating the I am from the I am, and looking at the parameters and the limitations that I am has, the I am, the eternal state of wisdom has, this presence that I am, you'll find that it has no beginning or end. It has no age. It has no dimensions. It's not light or dark. All these are recognized to be that I am immortal. And that's the beauty. It's assurance of immortality. And immortality brings one near to God. And that's the beauty of this. It actually shows the next step. And in another video, I might go into the difference between awareness and consciousness. But fundamentally, awareness would be wisdom, and consciousness would be God. Because eventually, when awareness stays fixed only on itself, on being aware that I am aware, the I am that I am, then even the I am disappears, and all that remains is the original state of nothingness, which is God, let's say, right? So immortality brings one near to God, because once one knows that I am immortal, that I am the I am that I am, now, here, presence, that doesn't come or go, that does not, it's the unfading one, then I know myself, I come closer to God. So the desire for wisdom leads to a kingdom again, and this is beautiful when it comes to kingdoms, because a kingdom is a state, like I would call it the original state of being, or the quantum source, right? The very source field of the universe is where I am from. I am that. It's not what I am from even, I am it. And all the other things come from there as secondary things and outward movements into existence. But the desire for wisdom then leads to a kingdom, and the kingdom is the quantum source of being. So here it shows a beautiful piece of the wisdom of Solomon. And Solomon was supposed to be this king, right? King Solomon, who was very, very wise, and who was looking for the truth, or lived the truth, from what I understand, really deeply. And if it was uncontaminated, I don't know. It seems the text would be written by someone who is truly realized, and not one who is just doing it intellectually. And so wisdom is this place, this unfading place, and who appears to all those who love to be in the truth, in the place that is here, now, and eternal. And she, wisdom, will hasten herself to those who desire her. It's just beautiful how it's, and you can go and read this piece in Maps of Meaning, and there's more, I'll go into another one later, but it shows that those who knew, and the way they wrote, you can clearly recognize that they were remaining in this state of presence, of peace. And they knew the fruits that came from being now, being here, being present, quantum resting without any distractions.